Hi, this is Dr. Duresti with the Cranial Release Technique. And, so many of you have been asking me, hey, when are you going to make a new video? So here we go. First of all, happy 2018, a happy and a healthy to everyone. And I remember reading and listening to a famous motivational speaker by the name of Zig Ziglar, way back when, probably in the 80s. And he had a quote that I'll never forget, and it went something like this. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want in life. And I never forgot that. And that's probably what led me into chiropractic and helping and serving other people. So with this thing called the Cranial Release Technique, you have the capacity to help so many people. Because virtually everywhere you look and everyone you meet is in need and would benefit from the cranial release technique. And what do I mean by that? Well, as you've seen in some past videos, this is a plastic model of a baby's skull. I have my other adult skull, it's much bigger. This is probably easier for the video. And anywhere you look at this skull, from the top down, looking at the face, looking from the back, you see distortion. And this distortion, this plastic skull is actually molded from a real skull. So everywhere you look, whether it's an infant, whether it's a senior citizen, whether it's someone healthy, someone battling or having some sort of a health issue, if you would just take a look at them, I would be willing to bet you will see distortion. And what do I mean by that? Well, you'll see one eye probably smaller than the other. So I'll put this down. If you were just to look at them and look at their eyes and the eye sockets, you'll probably see one that looks smaller than the other. You'll probably see one eye that looks lower than the other, right versus left. You'll probably see distortion in the cheekbones, especially for practitioners that are used to checking patients and seeing a high shoulder, a head tilt, a head rotation, all the things that we look for in practice if you're a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, a naturopath, a massage therapist, more of the holistic practitioners. We look at this all the time. And when we see the different distortions, you might see one foot turns in, one foot turns out, all the different distortions that we see. I'm here to tell you that after 30 plus years of practice, there is a cranial component to that distortion. For years, I worked on the spine and the extremities and never addressed above the atlas. And I got good results. And I think we helped a lot of patients. But once I started working from the atlas up, from C1 up, not only did I see things change with my structural adjusting that I was doing, but it then came to the point where I was only applying the cranial release and seeing dramatic changes without changing anything else below atlas. And then that led me to the theory in my mind that, well, there's the old saying, all roads lead to Rome. Well, in my opinion, all roads lead to the cranium. Sure, is there value in adjusting the spine? Absolutely. Is there value in working on the extremities? Absolutely. Is there a need for nutrition? Absolutely. Is there a need for energy work, acupuncture, Reiki? Absolutely. But in my opinion, because the structure of the cranium can be out of balance, that can then set the table for anything to go wrong further down below. So again, back to the original concepts of cranial work as discovered by Dr. Sutherland, an osteopath more than 100 years ago, the cranial bones are moving, kind of like this little toy that I'm using here. And if those cranial bones twist, shift, and sort of become locked, and that movement is restricted, there is no way that the rest of your body could possibly function optimally. So when you get a moment, I would advise that you take a look at the website, which is cranialrelease.com. All one word, cranialrelease.com. Click around, hit all the buttons, order the free report. But there's also a button there that says online training, CRT online training. Click on that. Watch that lecture that I give, explaining the depth of cranial work and the need for cranial work to optimize function in the body. Remember, it was Gray's Anatomy that says the central nervous system controls and coordinates all functions of the body. So if you're not addressing the cranium and the central nervous system, the brain, the spinal cord, then how could you possibly expect to have optimal function in the body? Have fun with that. Play around on the website. If you're a practitioner, please investigate cranial release, and if it makes any sense to you, we'd love to have you join the program. If you're a potential patient, you're not a practitioner, and you would just like to optimize your health, you go to the gym, you eat right, you try to sleep right, you try to stay positive, you may be missing the one component, optimizing central nervous system function. And that's what cranial release technique is all about. So again, on the website, you can click find a practitioner, and hopefully there's someone in your area. We have about 1,000 practitioners throughout the planet. Again, Happy New Year to all of you and your family. I wish you all the best. I hope we all make 2018 a fabulous year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be following up with other videos and other content. And feel free to share this with your friends and family. And I thank you very much for watching this evening. Thank you so much. Goodbye.